Good afternoon. My name is Ignacio Orozco, and today we will be discussing due diligence, private placement memorandums, um, private placement offers, and term sheets. What is due diligence? Due diligence is an investigation or audit of a potential investment which serves to confirm all material facts in regard to a sale. In other words, if you do your due diligence correctly, you may prevent unnecessary harm to either party involved. There are many individuals who conduct due diligence, included and are not limited to attorneys, accountants, investment bankers, co-investors, and corporate staff. Management will assist secondary parties performing due diligence. Typically, the management relies on third-party consultants to conduct due diligence. Documents used by parties include the finance statements, business plan, or other documents are used to analyze and review. Also, during the due diligence process, customers, suppliers, industrial experts, trade organizations, market research firms, and others are used. Due diligence can only enhance the odds of the company making the right decision. Due diligence will not eliminate all risks, but it can reduce the potential risk seen in a company's future. Private placement offerings. In general, any type of shares issued by a company to raise capital can be classified as a private placement offering. In most cases, it must be registered with the SEC, and PPOs are one of the most important alternatives available for a company that is wanting to raise capital. According to entrepreneurship.org, the private placement has the advantage of reducing transactional and ongoing costs because of its exemptions from many of the extensive federal and state regulations and reporting requirements. In addition, a private placement permits more rapid penetration into the capital market than would a public offering of securities requiring regulations with the SEC. Private placement memorandum. There are several ways in which companies approach the creation of a PPM. Companies use attorneys, investment banks, and PPM specialists with a hefty price tag between $5,000 to $20,000. Many firms use the assistance of an attorney to prepare their PPM. Once finalized, it is up to the management team to pitch their idea to the potential new investor. Firms also hire institutions such as investment banks to assist with the raise of their capital. There are all sorts of negotiations involved when retaining an investment bank. A PPM specialist are firms which specialize in the area of a private placement memorandum, or they are a hybrid between a legal consultant and an investment bank. Different laws used in a private placement memorandum. Most commonly used laws permitting these PPMs are based on Regulation D. Regulation D derives from the Securities Act of 1933, which it prohibits on general solicitation or advertising to promote the offering or sale only to accredited investors. This rule permits offers and sales of no more than $100 million during the 12-month period by any issuer that is not subject to the reporting requirement of this SEC. Rule 144A is another type of private placement law. It allows private placements to make offers to offshore investors. Also under Rule 144A refers to qualified institution buyers. This rule offers are used as a convertible debit or convertible equity, and more than likely sold to financial agents and then often resold to the qualified institution buyers. A term sheet is an agreement stating the terms and conditions under which an investment will be made. A term sheet is, in sense, a template where more legal documents will derive from with detail. In other words, a term sheet is the foundation of ensuring the parties involved with negotiations are in agreement with the terms and conditions. A term sheet is not finalized until all the documents have been signed, and the term sheet generally covers the most important features of the agreement between both parties. Most important, the term sheet is the value for the contract, and it also states what percentage the investor will get from this deal. Basic terminology used on the term sheet include closing date, an estimate date upon which they expect to have the legal work wrapped up, the investors, amount raised, and the price per share that they are willing to pay. The most common type of security discussed on the term sheet are common stock, preferred stock, and participating preferred stock. According to Andrew Whitman, angel investors will often participate in the preferred or sometimes common stock investment. Rights associated with the term sheet include conversion rights and voting rights. The voting rights are preferred stock usually are used for the voting rights, such as a right to elect one or more of the company's directors or to approve certain types of corporate actions. Now, on the conversion rights, the stock may be converted into common stock at a certain conversion price, generally whenever the stockholder chooses. Conversions may also happen automatically in response to certain events, such as when the company goes public. And this has concluded my presentation on due diligence, private placement memorandums, term sheets, and private placement offerings. Thank you.